Hello my fellow YouTubers and welcome to another episode of Iggy's Bodybuilding Camp. Today's episode is a very special one, for I am about to share with you 5 food tips that will change your life. You will be thanking me for the rest of eternity for sharing these tips with you. I share these tips knowing that my secret will be out there for the entire world, and these tips will no longer be solely for me, but with the giving nature that I am willing to sacrifice these secret tips and share them with you all. This is how much I care for you. So, without much further ado, food tip number 1. You have heard of the infamous salt and pepper. If you haven't, there is something wrong with you. It is used in cooking throughout the world. I have something to rival these two. It is the famous, or soon to be, garlic and onion powder. When I discovered these two ingredients and started using them in my cooking, and especially when it came to adding it to particularly meats, it really changed my cooking forever. The addition of these two, which we know, everybody knows that onion and garlic are great herbs, spices, herbs. They're great herbs. You use fresh onion, chopped onion all the time, and you use chopped garlic all the time, right? But that can take time, it can make you cry, it can make your fingers smell. The onion and garlic powder is quick and easy. You sprinkle it on whatever you're cooking and it gives it the same flavor and taste as the chopped onion or the chopped garlic. You can even throw some of it under your armpits if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it. Onion and garlic powder, 100% a game changer. Food tip number 2. If you haven't seen some of my past videos, I repeat, go back and watch them. I have used this food tip and I preach it to the world. Freeze your bananas and your bread. This food tip not only has saved me so much money over the years, but it has also stopped me from throwing food away, from food wasting. By freezing your banana, peel it first and then freeze it. When you peel and freeze a banana, don't freeze it without peeling it, because then you won't be able to get the peel off and you'll be stuck. You'll have to defrost it and then peel it, and then you'll have to use it, and then you wouldn't be able to freeze it again, I don't think. Anyway, forget that. Just peel your bananas and then freeze them. This has been in the fridge for probably 3 weeks, these bananas, right? I peeled them a while ago and I peeled them in bulk. And they stay exactly the same. You can then throw them into protein shakes. They easily break. In fact, I'll show you. Even though they're frozen, they snap easily. All you then need to do is throw them into your protein shakes. You can cut them up, you can put them into your porridge, you can throw them on your cereal, you can do whatever you want with them really. And it stops you from wasting. If you buy them in bulk, you don't have to worry that they're going to go black and they're going to go off and you're going to have to throw them away. Same with bread. The biggest issue I had with bread, and I love bread, and bagels, my 2 favourites, is that you buy bread and usually they're on an offer, buy one, get another one free, or get another one for half price, whatever it may be. You get it and you just can't finish it within the day, and bread goes off fairly quickly. So by freezing your bread, you prolong the life of it. It stays exactly the same, and all you need to do is either A, toast it, or B, stick it in the microwave, and it will come out as though it's fresh. It really makes 0 difference to the taste and the quality of the bread. I promise you that. So give that a go. Food tip number 3. PB2 and reduced sugar jelly. Jam. Diabetic one. Now, I showed this in my last video, Go back and watch it if you haven't seen it. PB2 is essentially slow roasted pressed peanut, and they've removed 85% of the fat and the oil, and you're left with a powder. All you have to do to this powder is throw a little bit of water in, give it a mix, and you've essentially got peanut butter. Does it taste exactly like peanut butter? No, but it's 90% there, and I mean 90%. It's almost as good as peanut butter, and it has got a fraction of the calories. A tablespoon of peanut butter has approximately 120 calories. A tablespoon of this has around about 20 odd calories. So you can see that's a big difference. And when you have a PB&J sandwich, you tend to have 3 tablespoons of butter, peanut butter, and 3 tablespoons of peanut butter, 360 calories. You'd probably have about 70 calories off this. That is a huge difference. That's like 300 calories saved. You know, that's like a small meal. So use PB2, and PB2's best friend is jelly. Ooh. Jelly, I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Diabetic jelly. It is reduced sugar, so it has, this one in particular has no sugar. If you can get that, even better. But they've used a sweetener that they use in chewing gum to give it the sweetness. It doesn't digest this sweetener, so it just, you know, gives it the sweetness without any extra calories. Really low in calories, tastes 100% the same as normal jelly. If you can't get the diabetic jelly, which your supermarket may not have, you can always opt for the less sugar jelly. It's got 50% less sugar than normal jelly, and therefore has about 50% less calories. Much better for you, and again, this tastes exactly the same as normal jelly. Food tip number 4. Use spray oils instead of normal oil for cooking. I have a friend who asked me to help her with her dieting. She wanted to lose a bit of weight. So I asked her to track the foods that she would eat on a day-to-day basis. I said to her, you know, go away, track what you eat in the day, and come back and show me in a week's time. She came back, and in a week's time, when we looked at the things she was eating, a lot of the calories that she was having on a day-to-day basis were coming from fats, and particularly olive oil. So she was putting 2 tablespoons of olive oil on her salads, and she was having salad for lunch every day, and she was putting 2 tablespoons of olive oil on her vegetables when she was having them in the evening, and she was using olive oil for cooking, like a tablespoon or 2 every day. So that's like 6 tablespoons of olive oil. A tablespoon of olive oil has 120 calories. 6 tablespoons of olive oil will therefore have 720 calories. 720 calories of her daily caloric intake was coming from just olive oil. By simply changing to a spray oil such as this or this, these are 1 calorie spray oils, these are 0. I mean, this you give it a spray which quickly coats the pan. You can fry your eggs, you can cook your chicken, you can do whatever you want, no calories added. This one, you know, 3 or 4 pumps onto your tray, and you've got more than enough oil there to cook whatever you're cooking. A fraction, I mean, almost negligible calories. That is 700 odd calories saved, right? That's like a giant, that's like a pizza. That's like 2 meals. So since this friend of mine stopped using the olive oil, she had noticed a huge difference. She's eating the same quantity of food, but the only difference is 700 calories less. You know, olive oil is good for you, but you don't need that much olive oil. You only need a small amount. You know, a tablespoon a day is more than enough. So, you know, another food tip that will seriously change your life, change your eating habits, and can really, really help you save on calories, especially if you're dieting. Final food tip of the day, and again, it's one that I've shared in one of my previous videos, and it is to use when you're having your cereal, and especially if you're, you know, bodybuilding, you want that protein with your cereal, right? Cereal is just high in carbs. If you get a good cereal, it's usually low in fat. I mean, this per serving has 1.5 grams of fat, but it has 23 grams carbs, right? But it's low in protein, and as a bodybuilder, you need protein. This is where, instead of just using milk, I use almond milk, in your cereal, throw a scoop of whey protein into your almond cereal, into your almond milk or your normal milk, as though you're going to have a protein shake, right? Mix them together, and you've got a flavored milk. You throw that into your cereal, and you've now got 20 grams of protein with your cereal, without really having to do anything. You're still eating a bowl of cereal. It's just higher protein now, which is a perfect pre-workout bodybuilding meal, perfect for breakfast. It's just a really, really good way of getting protein without having to physically drink it. Use it in an alternative way. So that is food tip number 5. I have shared these ancient secrets with you, so keep them safe, use them wisely, train hard, live the life, and be the best version of yourself that you can be. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please remember to comment, like, share, subscribe. Keep watching, support the channel, and I'll see you next time.